we were debating what to lead the show with, but I think we need to start with Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Because normally you would say, all right, they control their own destiny, we can see this coming. Except you couldn't really see it coming, could you? Especially not when they went a goal down. But we'll get to that. But we're going to start at the end because this is a point that I make in my column on Monday for ESPN. He said, there are many reasons to dislike Luis Suarez, from the biting to the Patrice Evra incident to his Italian citizenship exam but you have to have a heart made of stone not to be moved by what we saw at the end of that game. The crying, the FaceTiming his family. It wasn't hokey. Like somebody else, you could be like, oh, look, I'm making this to go on my Instagram or my TikTok. No. This was real, right?
It was real, and you think that less than a year ago, Ronald Koeman and people at Barcelona said to him, "You're not good enough. We don't need you here because you're not good enough. You're finished pretty much." And
we're going to get to that. I disagree. They said it to you. You're not producing to the level of your salary. But we'll
so
we'll
you're
get
not
to
good
that
enough
later
anymore.
on.
That's what they say. You're not, compared to what we pay you, you're not good enough anymore for us.
Take a big pay cut and you can stay. But of course, you didn't do that. That's the flip side, right? That's the part that we talk about. Whatever.
They said to him, we can do without you. You're not good enough. We're going to let you go. It's a 1-minute phone call from Ronald Koeman, probably even less than a minute. And imagine how he must have felt, how hurt you must be. Whoever you are, don't roll your eyes. It's true. Whoever you are, Luis Suarez, Leo Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, no, you and me, no one must like being told we don't want you anymore.
Yeah, look, we don't know how the phone call went, right?
Yeah, but
let's deal with this right now. I'm big on the counter narrative here. I would imagine at a grown-up club, and admittedly this was Bartomeu's Barcelona, so maybe it wasn't quite a grown-up club, what you do is you go to Messi and you say, hey, Messi, look, we have a gigantic problem here because we spent way too much money, we have way too much debt, there's COVID, blah, blah, blah. We need to cut back. Your friend Luis, we can't. He's got a year left on his contract. We can't give him a new one. He's the third highest paid player on this team. He makes around 15 million euros a season net, which in gross terms, and I think this is relevant, is well over 30 million euros a year, well over around $35 million a year. It's a crazy amount of money. Mm-hmm. He's got a year left. We're not going to extend his deal anyway. So we're going to try to get him to leave because either that and then you call him up and you say, hey, Luis, you want to stay? We might even give you another season, but take a pay cut. Take a pay cut because we cannot afford you anymore. We made mistakes. We gave the money to Griezmann, whatever. It's our fault. Malcolm, whoever you want to say, right? That's the part of the story we don't know. That's the part of the story we don't hear.
It sounds like the Ronald Koeman call was like, hey, I don't want you in my team. Ciao.
If that's a Suarez narrative. But anyway, let's move on from that.
But just to finish my point, he went through that Barcelona. He moved to Atleti. He probably never thought or believed that they would let him go to a rival like this. And then he wins them La Liga, even if at times he was not very good, even if he had deeper forms, times where he didn't score much, he still won them La Liga.
There is one existential question. I can't remember if you were there, it was put to be on the FC show, as would history have unfolded differently in sliding doors moment if Suarez had stayed at Barcelona and Griezmann had stayed at Atletico Madrid? Would Atleti have won the title this year?
So the Suarez in the form that we saw, potentially, so you put that into Barcelona, who I still think could have done better defensively, and maybe that's where they lost the title, but I personally think that it's by not being more clinical with all the chances they scored in games, even the 0-0 against Atleti recently, where Dembele could have scored that goal at the end. If that ball arrives to Suarez, he scores it and they win 1-0 and they're top of La Liga and maybe they win this title. So I do think that those 21 goals that Luis Suarez scored, the 2022, would have been huge for Barcelona.
He scored 16 last year, so it's not like he went from 5 to 21.
No, true, but I still think they could be missing those goals as well as doing better defensively for sure. And for Griezmann, I still think that the Griezmann from Atleti is in a different class than the one at Barcelona. And yes, maybe things would have been the same. Maybe they would have been different. I wonder more when Griezmann saw the Atleti celebrations, them winning the title, if he thought maybe I should not have pushed for that move.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.